Hello, it's Jess, and I am a little late tonight, but we're having some issues with the little dude. So tonight I think I'm just gonna play along with a card challenge. So I'm thinking about doing the current Lawn Fanatics challenge. So their challenge for this bi-week. I think they do it every 2 weeks. But their challenge theme is kind of like an inspiration board photo and color palette. And it is a happy Halloween image, and then it's got kind of like a traditional orange, and then kind of a peachy sort of orange, a yellow, a bright green, and kind of like a turquoisey teal sort of color as the inspiration for the colors. Hey, Renee. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and make a card out of that theme. So it's supposed to be a Halloween card. Now I do have this little scripty sentiment here, and it's got Happy Halloween down at the bottom here. So I think I will use that hopefully for my sentiment somewhere. And then also I was thinking maybe I could make some sort of like little spooky scene or something with the beakers and stuff. I don't really have many, yeah, the little potions. um, I don't really have many, I don't know, like many Halloween sets from Lawn Fawn. So I'm kind of have to, or I don't think I have any Halloween sets from Lawn Fawn. So whatever I do, I'm going to have to kind of tweak things and make it work. I don't know. So that's an option. I did want to kind of keep flipping through just to see if there was anything else that might work. I kind of thought at first like maybe putting like some eyeballs in there or something would be super cute. Do the book and not the face. Put the book. Oh yeah, like a book of spells. That would be so cute. That's a good idea. Okay. Hold on one second. Let's see. I'm just trying to look and see. I've got like the little houses, and not all of them have snow on them, so potentially maybe I could add in some little houses. Maybe, I don't know. That's kind of an iffy, an iffy one. Yeah, I think I don't really have that much for Halloween. So let's try to get creative with this and see what we can come up with. And if it's a total failure, then oh well. Worse things have happened, right? Okay, so I'll try maybe to make it a scene card. I don't know. Okay, so let's think about this. If I do some sort of like, hi Kelly. Oh yeah, the birds. I'm just trying to think. Hey Georgia. Okay, I'm just gonna start somewhere, and then if we don't like it, we can always start over. It's not like it's gonna be that crazy. We'll just kind of see where it takes us, and then we can kind of add things as we go, I think. So let's see. I'm thinking, oh boy, apparently I'm starting right here. Not off to a great start. Stack of books. Okay, so I was thinking about the books, like the stack of books idea, but I'm trying to think because of the angle that it's at, I'm not sure if it will work the way that I was hoping it would, but we can definitely try it. I might get some scrap paper and see if we can't come up with something. All right, so I'm going to put this little guy here. Yes. And then, actually, I'm going to grab some masking paper. Yeah, thinking the same way. Yeah. I don't know if it will work, but we can definitely try it. Okay, we're going to do that one. And then I'm going to bring this little guy back. and stamp that out as well so I can just cover them up. Okay, so we're going to fussy cut out the masks. And for anyone who joined after the fact, I am working right now towards a card for the Lawn Fanatics challenge that is going on right now. It ends in 6 days, I think. So if you guys wanted to make a card as well, you could definitely do that. Their blog that they work from is called lawnfanatics.com, I think that's all it is, lawnfanatics.com. And they have, I think, 2 times a month they do a challenge, and I really like their challenges. If you guys watch my channel, then you know that I've done quite a few of them in our live videos before. I really enjoy them. They make me smile. I like Lawn Fawn a lot. And a side note, if you guys care to help a girl out, I've set kind of a lofty goal for myself, which I don't think that I will probably make, but hey, it can't hurt to have goals, right? So my goal is to hit 4,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'm currently at 3,333 as of the time I started this video. Then magic number 3. So I've got quite a ways to go. That's like 667 or something like that. 667 subscribers. That's a lot. So I'm quite a ways away from that. But a girl can dream. Yeah. So if you guys want to help me out, you guys can always share my videos in card making groups that you guys are in. Like on Facebook or wherever you do social media. If you think there are people who might like to hang out with us and chat, it's always super appreciated. Some people might not have heard about my channel before, and maybe they would be interested in hanging out with us. That's always super cool. Meeting new friends. But yeah, so that is my goal. Now you know. Hopefully I get there at some point. Hopefully I meet my goal, but I'm trying not to get too excited. It's like one of those so close and yet so far feelings. I feel like, I don't know. It just seems like forever away for me. Okay, so let's go ahead. Now that I've got those little guys masked off, I can stamp out another beaker. I'm going to kind of do this one a little bit higher. Oh, thank you. And then this one I'm going to do just a little bit lower. So basically all I'm doing here is kind of like creating an arrangement of potions, I guess. Let's go with that. And then I'm going to do this one kind of lower. So this is going to make it look like they're not all just like sitting at the same spot on the desk. I think that that's kind of a neat way to do it. And then I'm wondering if I might put another one here in the front. Yeah, like maybe like right here. All right, so what I'm going to do is move this little guy over. So this mask that we already have here, I'm going to move it over to the side. Thanks, Georgia. A girl can dream, right? I feel like, I don't know, I like to set goals, but I also don't like to set goals because then I feel all this pressure to try and not miss the goal. I should have done this the other way. Oh, now that I'm thinking about this, that's not really going to work because then it's going to be behind them. All right, well, whatever. Hopefully it'll be good. Oh, that's so funny that you say that, Renee, because I really feel like I'm awful at fussy cutting. So I think that's one of those things where like we are our own worst critics. I feel like I probably shouldn't have done that last one. When I was thinking about it originally, I envisioned I envisioned it being in the front. Yeah, that looks weird. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. What I might do, and this is probably real weird, but I might, hey Anna, I think I'm going to add in my own little neck here. So this one looks like it's a larger flask. There we go. Like that. I don't know what I'm doing really, but hey, Rose. Oh my gosh. It's Rose, y'all. Rose has not been around in a while. It sure has been a while. Okay, it's not the best, but I don't think that really helped. Maybe I should start over. I think I'm going to start over. Okay, so the reason is this flask that I had here, I wanted it to be in the front, but I should have stamped it first. I hope that makes sense, because then you cover it up and then that makes it so that things they appear to be behind it. So don't judge me too harshly, but here I go. Because it just is not, that's not what I wanted. Erica said I need to come on to get back in the game. A kitchen fire, Lord have mercy, Rose. I think that you probably have like the worst luck of anybody I know. That's gotta be a thing. I feel like you have to have the worst luck. I hope that everyone and everything is okay as much as it can be after a fire. Oh my gosh. I agree. It's just so crazy. Well, you're going to have to give me all the deets. Kitchen fire is no joke. All right, so I'm just kind of layering these on here. Let's see. I'll go ahead and put that. Oops, that's real crooked. Okay, so that'll let us overlap. Oh, for the 50-pound pack of baking soda. Lord have mercy, girl. Problematically, I may need to cut another mask, but I'm not sure yet. We shall see. I could, hi Heidi, I could attempt to use the masking fluid, but I feel like I don't have great luck with that. I don't know. All right, there's that. So now we've got our two glasses over here. Okay, we've got the one in front. I'm trying to keep track of my setup here so that I don't run into the same problem that I did before. Great question. What I'm trying to make is a Halloween card for the Lawn Fawn challenge, the Lawn Fanatics challenge. Trying to create a Halloween card out of a non-Halloween card set. So there's that. I was thinking of trying to do kind of just like a, you know, like a spooky witch's room or something, you know, with like the different potions and all that. I don't know. We'll see if it turns out. I have this idea in my head, but I just don't know if it is going to pan out. Okay, so we've got our potions, at least in a better order than they were in before. So now, hopefully, if I draw the table correctly, it will look like, you know, they are sitting on a table. Love potion number 31. That's true. I did make a pot of gold from a random stamp set from a horseshoe, wasn't it? I think it was a horseshoe. I kind of forgot about that. Okay, so we have our potions. Sweet. On my scrap piece of paper over here, so this is my mess up page, but I'm going to try and see what happens if we try to layer these. I just think it's going to look kind of weird. But I think you're right about the face. So if we just take the face off, we can make it look spooky, right? So let's go ahead and get stamping. I am running out of Post-its. my little Post-it stash is dwindling, so I'm gonna have to reorder on Amazon my little sticky Post-its. Oh well. Or make the face spooky. Yeah, that's true. Do you guys like Hocus Pocus? That's like one of my all-time favorite movies. Because, you know, fall's like the best time of the year, and Halloween just kind of goes hand in hand with that, I guess. And I kind of grew up on Hocus Pocus, so there's that also. But it would be so fun to make this that, like, you know, the book from Hocus Pocus. Anna, you've never seen Hocus Pocus? You need to go to the store and buy it, or at least rent it. Just like go on Amazon. This is my messed up one, right? Yeah, okay. It's like one of my favorite movies. And yes, Renee, I agree. It is overplayed, but I mean, hey, what you gonna do? All right, so let's say I did that. Okay. Oh, it's on Hulu? What? That's awesome. If you have a Hulu membership, get right on that. I'm trying to think how I could, like, make a stack of books, you know what I mean? So that it looks, whatever. It's been on TV, yeah. They play it a lot this time of year. All right, so if I were to mask off the face and then did it like this, I think that could be cool. Would it fit over here? I don't know. Hey, Amanda. Everybody say congratulations to Amanda, who is Pear Blossom Press. She is the new challenge coordinator for Heffy Doodle. I'm really excited about, that's what I should have done tonight. I should have made a card for the Heffy Doodle challenge. Yay, Amanda. Let's see. I don't know, you guys. I'm not sure what I think about this, to be honest. I mean, I kind of like it, but also, I don't know. I'm torn because I don't know how it's going to fit down here. Maybe I should have made the card horizontal. I do think that's super cute. And if I just mask off the little face and probably the heart. Yeah, it's brand new, Heidi. They didn't have a challenge before, but now they do. Lord, can you hear my kids? They are a boatload of fun today. Fussy cut it out and see if it fits. Oh yeah, that's fair. That's a good thought. Why didn't I think of that? And I mean, I could always make it kind of like go behind the potions as well. Like, there's nothing to say that it has to be completely out in the open. Or I could make it kind of hang off the page. Possibly. I don't know, y'all. Sometimes I get these ideas in my head and then I'm like, what in the heck was I thinking? Like, this is going to be so hard to make this work. It seems so easy when you just think about it and then you try to make it happen and you're like, oh, come on. Okay, almost there. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I like to fussy cut from the same side. I always like to put the image on the left of my scissors, to just like have my scissors on the right side, because I don't know why, but I feel like I have better control that way. I don't know. Are you just using the one set? Yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, it definitely doesn't fit right there. I would have to put it kind of farther back like that, which I don't really think I like that. Hey, Belinda. So far, I am just using this one set. But I do also have one of their scripty ones that says Happy Halloween. So I pulled that one out because it's like the only actual Halloween set I have from them, or Halloween anything. Sorry about my squeaky chair, you guys. Okay, but anyway, so it doesn't really fit, but we could put it behind it. I mean, I could always mask off, you know what I mean? Like I could always just mask off this one so that it went behind. Yeah. 2 books instead of 3. No, this one it's not new. It's called Science of Love from Lawn Fawn. Yeah, I was thinking of trying to like do some sort of like spooky chemistry sort of like, evil spells sort of background. I don't really know where I'm going. But yeah. So the challenge is Halloween. So it's supposed to be Halloween themed, and it does have a certain color scheme for the Lawn Fanatics challenge. It's like orange, sort of like a peachy orange, yellow, bright green, and then sort of like a teal turquoise sort of color. Oh, the book on a stand, she says. Hey, Roberta. That is true. I do wish that this book was open. That would make things a lot easier if the book was open. I'm just flipping through really quick to make sure that I don't have any sets that might work with what we're trying to do. I have paper airplanes. That's not what we need. I have a light switch. Let's see. No. I have a washer. A toaster. A frying pan. Marshmallows. I do have a fire. That could be neat. Can you do a reverse image? I could. Yes. Hold on one second. Just flipping. I've got pizza. I've got like everything else except for an open book. Apples, fungus, presents, hamster wheel, park bench, stars, no, okay. Roberta says, yes. All right, let's try it. Let's see, because I already created a mask, so I'm not going to worry about trying to mask off the other stuff for right now, at least. So if I stamped the one, all right, let me think about this. Use the calculator. Yes, that's true. Yeah, that might work. I don't know if they're exactly the same height, but sorry if I just bumped the camera. I hit my head on it. Okay, so just for giggles, that looks real weird, right? Mask the book spine on the stamp could you flip it upside down, but if you mask the spine? This is like one of those things that probably seems super easy or obvious to somebody that's not me. Okay, so like if I do that, is that what you mean? And then what? Then stamp up against the first stamped spine. Yeah, I could just use a pen and draw the other side. That might be easier. Stamp up against the first stamped spine. The first stamped spine. What? I'm confused. Okay, so then if I, do you mean like if I just mask this off? Or what? Do I turn it upside down? I don't feel like that's gonna work. Nope. They look like boxes of cereal or something. Okay, stamp the book as is. Mask the spine on the spine. Butt it up against the stamped spine and stamp again. Okay, hold on. All right, she says, stamp the book as is. Okay. Then mask the spine, right? So cover that part up, right? Hi, Mark. Mask the spine on the stamp. Oh, this one. I see. Okay, like this. Like, hold on. I feel like this should be like way more obvious than it is, but obviously I'm struggling. Okay, like that. And then ink it, remove this, and then just stamp it right next to it. I feel like it doesn't. Do I have to mask the other one? No, okay, butt it up against the stamped spine. But you wouldn't see, no, yeah, you wouldn't see the spine. I mean, unless it was face down. I can't really tell where this is. Sorry if my head gets in the way for a second. Yeah, that looks weird. Oh, flip it so the spines line up. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't know. I think I don't think can you draw it or does it have to be stamped? No, it doesn't have to be stamped, but so the idea here is that I'm using the Lawn Fawn stuff to create a Halloween card. So I want to try to keep it as Lawn Fawn. Yeah, it was totally worth a try. I want to try to keep it using as much Lawn Fawn stuff as I can. Obviously, it doesn't have to be like 100% Lawn Fawn stuff, but still. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I am just going to go ahead and, oh, but you know what? I need to mask off at least the smiley face. I somehow don't think that the smiley face works. The heart I can deal with, but the smiley face needs to go. Let's see. So basically what I'll just have to do is put this back on every time as I stamp it. Eesh. But this should give me the stamped image without the face. I hope. Gosh, I hope. All right, let me look at my thing. Okay, where I liked it, kind of, I think I wanted this one a little more down. So, like there. Okay. It has a little bit of a face, but I think once we start coloring, it will be okay. At least that's what I'm going with. I really hope so. But that's cool. I mean, that's a neat little book. All right, so then we're going to put this mask on, right? Yeah. Okay. It's a little off, but it's okay. You're right. It would be faster, but sometimes when you have these ideas, you just got to see it through. All right, so I liked this one kind of being more down, but then this one, so that's going to kind of go, I feel like I'm going to need another thing. I guess before I just used the edge here. Yeah. Although it was much straighter at that point. Now I have like a not straight edge. I think it'll be okay. Because I'm not going to be stamping way up there. Oops, I almost stamped it with the, without the mask on there. Okay. Last one. Yeah, this was like a lot of work for not too much result, but you know, it is what it is. All right, let's pop this little one down here and hope to goodness that it looks okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, I think that's kind of cool. The only thing is, now the angle is a little weird. I didn't really think about that because this doesn't really make sense for them to be standing up like that, if you know what I mean. Oh well, whatever. What do they call that in a movie? Suspension of disbelief? We're gonna go with that. That is my reasoning, because it's a card and who cares, right? Like, it's gonna be okay. All right, so now that we've got that, draw a wooden stand. Yeah, that's true. Something. Okay, so in order to do wood, let me look at my Spectrum Noirs, because I want to see, I want to have like a dark wood, but I don't want it to be too terribly dark. I think I'm going to go with the RB family, maybe. It's always so hard for me to choose, like when I'm first starting, and to pick a color family, or like a, I don't know, to pick the colors that I'm working with. It's nerve-wracking to me. All right, so this is RB1, and I am going to go ahead and at least fill in the shadow areas. I think I might actually want a brighter color for the, wait, why not just mask and make a border all the way around with the books and the bottles? Wait, what? You mean like all the way around the card? Like all, oh, skip the scene building. I don't know. Masking. That's a lot of masking. I don't know about all that. It seems easy at first, and then you start trying to do it, and you're like, what was I thinking? At least that's what happens to me. I think that's kind of a loaded question, Rose. I love them both. I use my Spectrum Noirs more. I think, well, because I'm on their design team, so, oh dang. I didn't do what I said I was going to do, which is that I was going to use a lighter color. Kind of like a reddish, what color do I want to use? I'm thinking like GY4. Yes, so I use both, and I think that they're both great, but they're very different. And Spectrum Noir also has like a lot of different lines, so they have multiple different types of products. I hope that makes sense. So it's not just one marker versus the Copics. Like the Copic is, they do have multiple products, but not as many as Spectrum Noir. So you kind of have to like be more specific about which one you're going to try. Yeah, so Copic, I think are really excellent. Now they are expensive. So that is a factor for a lot of people, whether or not they can afford it, which is totally fair. Because like you could say anything was super fabulous, but at the price point, like it may not be realistic for everyone. Um, but it just depends, I think, on like what you're using them for. And to be honest, like I just got these. This is the new Illustrator, so they just redid them, and they're really good. Like they're really comparable to Copics. It's got the brush nib, and you can do those fine flicking motions. So I really like those. I'm working on getting more of these. So I think for the compared to the price, I mean that's definitely something to consider. Yeah, this is like the original. This is the original Spectrum Noir alcohol marker. So these ones have been replaced now. They have a newer model called the Classiques. And those I have not tried. So I could not tell you if they were better or not, but I assume they are. They do their, yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying that they're not happy about like the change in the product because they've invested in, well, whatever they've invested in, and then the lines changed. Unfortunately, I think that's kind of just the way the industry works, and that really stinks that it is that way, but it kind of just is because I mean, everybody wants new and improved, and they want the products to be comparable to all the other brands. And if they want to keep making money, like they have to come up with something. But I think that people get frustrated if it's not clearly communicated, like, oh, hey, we're coming out with this. I think that's a great place to start. So, I mean, there's always room for improvement. Can't get ink refills. Yes, the change definitely stinks for those of us who have limited crafty incomes, and I am definitely included in that. Um, I don't have infinite money to spend on crafty stuff, though I wish I did. But that's just not, it's not reasonable. Hey, Tiffany. Oh, hey, Jen. How's it going? I didn't even see you say hi. Yeah, it's frustrating for sure, but I mean, what can you do? There's only so much you can do, and you kind of just roll with the punches. All right, so I'm trying to think here. If I want it to kind of look like wood grain, I'm sort of just adding in some medium tone, sort of like, I mean, basically just scribbles. Nothing fancy. Heidi, go to the Heffy Doodlers Facebook group. Oh, yes. Yep. On the Facebook group. Maybe, I don't know. I'm so happy. So, not that I want to share your news, Jen, but Jen is a new member of the Heffy Doodle design team. They just announced their new design team today, I think. So there is a whole lot of super talented people on there. And my friend Laura, too, she's on there as well. I hope, yay, Jen! Hopefully sometime I will, I'm going to keep applying. So I did apply for the Heffy Doodle team, but I did not get a spot, and that is okay. I will keep applying because I love Heffy Doodle. I will definitely keep applying, and hopefully at some point I will make it. So just so you guys know, I know, because I know a lot of people are always like, oh, it's so disappointing, and all the same people keep getting it. And I think, like, recently, I have seen some of the same names coming out, but I've also seen a lot of other people too. So, like, a lot of people who are relatively unknown, and I don't mean like they're nobodies, but unknown as far as like they're not Jennifer Maguire, they're not, you know what I mean? Like, they're not just like the huge names that everybody knows about. And I think that's really cool because it's nice to get to see and kind of have the inspiration. Like, hey, if a normal person can do it, so can I. It's nice. Not where I live. Roberta, what are you talking about? Back to school, you can get cheap Crayola. I don't know anything about that. You mean like, wait, Crayola what? I'm so confused. 98-cent Crayola. Oh, the price of markers. Yes. Okay, sorry. I missed some messages. My bad. I was like, I don't know what we're talking about, but I'm confused. Okay, I have no idea what like wood knots actually look like. Obviously, you can tell from this what I'm doing right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making stuff up as I go along and hoping for the best. So what I'm gonna do is kind of just go over what I just did with a lighter color so that it kind of fades it out and it's not quite so intense in color anymore. I find that that kind of helps things look a little bit more natural. I don't know. You guys tell me if it works or not. It probably doesn't. I like to tell myself that though. But anyway, my point of bringing that up was that not that I'm like anybody, but I feel like it's nice for people to know like I applied and didn't get it. Because then other people will know like, it's not just me, or like, I don't know. I feel like that is more encouraging for someone to open up and talk about. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. You guys tell me to shut up. Don't I have a wood stencil? I do. I don't think that it would really apply or like fit this situation. Yeah, I have the Yep, absolutely, Jen. We talked about that kind of like, I think in the live chat for creative collectors, where it's like the dealing with the disappointment and feeling and like comparing yourself to other people. It's really hard. And Louisana, my sweet friend Louisana, she sent me a thing today and said that it said comparison is the thief of joy. And I was like, I need to put that on a plaque and like put it on my desk and just keep it there all the time. Because I find way too often that I am comparing myself to other crafters, other people, and it is so depressing. I mean, there's no other word for it. It's just depressing. It's not fun. It's really not. So I would definitely recommend to not do that because it really is a thief of joy. I really like that phrasing. Okay, so I just realized that my my table is quite crooked. Make it with your Cricut. What, like a wood stencil? I have a wood stencil. Is that what you're talking about, Heidi? I probably missed something again, didn't I? I feel like I'm always missing something. Oops, wrong side of the marker. Oh, the sign. Oh, yes. Yes. Definitely. I think I definitely need that because, yeah. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is ink blend the top, but these I'm going to color because that way, I mean, that's going to be super annoying to try to mask all of this off, but I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. All right, I'm going to start with EB1 for the pages. Why do I keep opening that end of the marker? Come to watch you because you're real. Let us in the whole process. Yes! The rabbit trails. Yep, I'm guilty of that for sure. I'm so bad about like going off on random tangents. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay. What colors should we color the books? All right, let me reference the color palette really quick. So we have orange, and just for reference, I'm gonna try to get as close to the colors as I can. So BO2, I think, just so you guys can see what the color palette is if you're not looking. So it's like orange, and then sort of like a peachy. Do I have a color like that? I don't know that I have a color like that. Yeah, I don't really have a color that matches that. Maybe like FS7. Let's try that. Hold on one second. It's really not a super close match, but it's at least, it's a little more pink than this. So slightly more pink than that. And then like a bright yellow, like CT2, CT1, CT2, yellow, and then a bright green. I don't really have a matching color for this either. It's kind of like what I would, okay, the colors are carved pumpkin, somewhere between like abandoned coral and dried marigold, twisted citron, squeezed lemonade, and peacock feathers. Is that good? Aw, thanks, Amanda. My therapist gave me a sign that says, do not should yourself. Should have, could have, what? Yep. Oh, Renee. She says, I totally understand the distress colors for reference. Yes. Because, like, I can't even find the perfect color, but those are the colors. It's like carved pumpkin, somewhere between abandoned coral and dried marigold. So it's like a peachy orange kind of color. Squeezed lemonade, twisted citron, and peacock feathers. Those are my colors. So I am thinking it really is so hard not to compare, Tiffany. Like, it seriously is. Because you see, it's like, you know, like my channel is not growing very quickly. And then I see other people who've been on for like way super less time, or like they've started their channel after me, or they had less subscribers when I started, and then I see them having like way more subscribers, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And so it's really hard not to compare yourself, but I gotta like kick myself in the butt and try not to do it, because it really is, it's depressing. And it's not gonna help me. Oh, you were way behind. That's okay. I know where to tune in when I just want a technique at card start to finish with mistakes edited. Yes. Yep. Okay, Jen, no, it's not for the Heffy challenge, but because I started out with the Lawn Fawn, it's for the Lawn Fanatics challenge. And then I thought, like, I should have just done the Heffy challenge, because that's new and I should have been doing that, but I forgot. So I'll do that next. Oh, they just changed the algorithms again. I wonder if that's why I have not been gaining any subscribers. Like, it's been like stagnant. It's actually to the point, it's been so frustrating, and I have to tell myself, stop looking at the numbers, because I would gain like 1 or 2, and then I would lose 1 or 2. And it was like gain 1, lose 1, gain 1, lose 2, gain 2, lose 1. And it was just like for like weeks, it's been like that. And I'm like, oh my God. So my number is like not going up at all, and it's been so stressful. Yes, I seriously am going to drive myself insane. I had to be like, okay, you have to stop looking at it. Just don't worry about it and just make the videos that you want to make, and it'll be what it'll be. Yeah. For 10 years, Tiffany, I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. I had no idea that you were on YouTube that long. Go, girl. No wonder you're so amazing. I adore you. Like, really and truly. All right, I'm going to use AB1, AB3, and BT5. This is my favorite turquoisey teal sort of combination. I really love this. Oh, I love you too, Anna. All right, I think I'm going to start. Let's just start with this one in the middle, because why not? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to make it so that you guys can see. I know that it's so frustrating because like half the time you can't even see what I'm doing because my big fat hands are in the way. So I'm going to try to make it so that you guys can see. All right, so I'm leaving, I hope you guys can see this. I'm leaving some of it white, and eventually it will sort of get, covered up probably, but this is where I want my highlight to be. I hope that makes sense. Heidi, I bet it probably means only new cards, but maybe Amanda, if she's still here, she might have gone already because she said she could only pop in for a little bit, but I bet that it means only new projects, not new sets. Because like they want you to create a new one, not use something you've already made. I think that's probably what it would mean, but she can definitely double check because I'm not sure. All right, so then I go in with my next darkest color, and I kind of go like almost to where I had the lines before, so kind of keeping that same pattern. And then I'm gonna come back over here and do the same thing. And if I go kind of like all the way to where it was before, that's okay because I'm gonna have to go back in with that lightest color anyway. Oh, she's here. She was asking, oh yeah, any Happy Doodle projects. Okay, there we go. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with my darkest color. And I do find that the nib for this one is a little softer than the other one, so I kind of have to be careful not to be too heavy-handed here because it is a little bit thicker. So there's that. She says, I know this card will look like a 10-minute card when done. It's nice for me to see when I start over 300 times in 3 hours past. I'm still on track and not failing. Yes. I think that is kind of one of the things that is like hardest for me to keep in mind sometimes is like when I see people's cards and they're so amazing. I'm like, oh man, I could never do that. And it's not that you can never do it, it's just that you have to put in the time to do it because those cards don't happen easily. Oh, bye, Tiffany. See you later. I'm surprised she didn't say she was going to make dinner. She probably already ate because I'm on a little late. All right, so there you go. I'm going to leave it like that for now. The simplest things often take the most attention. You are not lying, girl. How many times did they curse during making it? And B, how long did it take them? Yes. Yes. It's just so much. It really is. All right, so since I did this color right in the front, I'm going to go ahead and do this one the same because it's kind of tucked back a little bit. That way I don't have two of the same color right next to each other. I'm going to put like a little bit of a shadow coming down from this one and a shadow from here. So most of this one is going to be dark. But that's okay. All right, so it'll have a little bit of a highlight, but not much. And then I'm going to go back in with the darkest here. And then back in with my lightest. Kind of blend out those edges. And I do want to put this back underneath because I am getting a little bit of bleeding. Yeah, lots of editing in that 15-minute video. Yep. Use a magnetic sheet and plan your card out on it. What do you mean by a magnetic sheet? A magnetic sheet? I don't understand. Like, what would you be putting on it that was magnet? Like the dyes or something? I don't know. Yay, Anna! I hope I'm actually still relatively new to scene cards. I've never really done them before recently, so I don't know. I like it. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to use some really bright greens to try to get my Twisted Citron sort of look. So, woo, that's real bright. Okay, so let's go with this one. It's so bright. I absolutely love this color palette though. It's fabulous. Yes, Potion is bright. Yes, it looks so cool. All right, so that was CG3. So now I think I'm gonna go for kind of a different vibe and use like an AG1. This makes me nervous. These colors are not going to seem like they go together, but hopefully I can pull it off. And then hopefully this will leave me with like a super bright, like acid green sort of potion in the end. She lays out her card pieces and dies to see if it will all fit before she cuts them. Oh, I see. Yeah, see, I don't really use dyes. I think that's part of my problem because I do a lot of masking and stamping, and so for me, it wouldn't really work because I just don't do my cards the same way, I guess. But I think for a lot of people, that would definitely work. Okay, so I think the last color that I'm going to use, I'm going to try CG2. It's more of a dark, yeah, because I don't want to get too dark, but I do want to have those darker shadowed areas, like right along the edge here. Yep, that is so cool. Because these colors are like not really what you would expect, I feel like. Cool. Late over here. Oh, good night, Jen. See you later. And then I have also found, if you guys are trying to figure out the best way to use your Spectrum Noir markers, I have found that if you go in a circular motion, it tends to help more with the blending than if you try to just do straight lines. So if you're having a hard time blending two colors, then try doing it in like little circular motions over top. And I find that that really helps. Okay, so now we've got one green one. Let's see, our other color options. Okay, so we've got orange, peachy, yellow, and then we've already done the green and the turquoisey teal. So I'm thinking let's do an orange for this one. And I have been using GY1, BO2, I think, and BO4. but we will double check and see. BO2, pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to go here. Okay, and then BO4, which is kind of more of like a burnt orange. I mean, they are. All of these are. They're called BO for burnt orange. So it's not kind of a burnt orange. It is a burnt orange. Leave it to me. Okay. And then I'm going to go back over that. So with my Spectrum Noirs, I do like to work from lightest to dark and then back from darkest to light. And I find that that gives me the best blend. I do not use these in the same way that I use my Copic markers, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. They're not the same. Okay, so I think I'm going to put another orange one over here just so I can have them spread out a little bit. Oops, so I'm going to start again with my GY1. So if you guys ever are looking for color combinations, feel free to take mine if you like the way they look. I'm just always experimenting and trying to find new combos that I really like. So you guys are always welcome to use whatever colors I use if you happen to like them. If you don't like them, then don't use them. Okay, and then this is the BO4. And this one I'm giving a little more shadow to up in that little section, just because it is behind that other one. Not creative. I spend time stamping tons of images to color and cut out. Yes, that is an excellent idea. I need to start doing that. So that when I go to do other stuff, like I just did a craft show this weekend and I was so bored. They kind of stuck me back in a corner. And so for a lot of the time I didn't have any traffic, which was a huge bummer. And I wished that I had brought something to do because that would have been amazing. I wouldn't have been so bored. All right, so I guess I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do a green one because why not? So CG2, nope, CG3. See, sometimes you have to be careful because CG3 in this case is my lighter color, and it, theoretically it should not be according to the number system. Like it shouldn't, the higher the number, the darker the color. But that is not really the case here sometimes with the Spectrum Noirs. So you really do need to rely on those swatches. That's what I do. When I first started trying to use them, I was so frustrated because I was trying to use them based solely on the cap. And I was like, what in the actual, this does not make sense. Like at all. And none of the caps matched up and I was super frustrated. So then I did go ahead and swatch out all of my colors, and I have since been much less frustrated. So swatching is definitely worth it. I definitely recommend it. And what I might do, I'm not sure yet, but I might consider going over, once these have had some time to dry, I might consider going over some of the colors with some plain alcohol to make it look like they're kind of like bubbly and splotchy. We will see. I'm not sure yet. Hey, Stacy. Thanks, Renee. Okay, so I will have to figure out like the light blue sort of color. I'm thinking possibly BT1 might be kind of light enough. Yeah, I think so. Because basically I just want like some color in them, but not enough to really, I want them to not be white, but I don't really want them to have much of a color. So I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. That gives them something, but not too much. All right, so then I think what I will do is go in with, let's do, I'm nervous to go too dark. I think that I will do IB1. This is ice blue. Because I don't want to go too dark. And I'm just going to kind of color one side. So I don't think that's really even dark enough. I think I might have to go in with a slightly darker color. Let's try BT3. I'm getting like a big pile of markers over here on the side. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Basically, I want to give it like some dimension so that it has like a little bit of depth and it's not just one color. But at the same time, like I don't want it to be like crazy shadows and overwhelming. I think that's good. That gives it a little bit of life, but not too much. Okay, so I don't even think you guys can tell probably what I added, but oh well. Maybe I'll do like the tiniest little bit here in the edge. Yeah. This one is AB1. So it was the base color that I used. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. And then, let's see. What am I going to do for our books? I need to figure those out. Thanks, Rose. Hi, Gail. Okay, focus. I'm like losing focus here. Thanks, Mark. Yes, they do have a blender. In fact, I have two. I have one in the Illustrator and one in the Classic. Now they're both kind of like, well, at least this one is running out of juice. So the last time I wanted to do something, I had to use straight alcohol. It was, it didn't go super well. Okay, so here is what I'm thinking. What if I try to add, I was thinking I could add like the dusty purple, hold on, DP2 with some brown, but I'm not sure. Let me test it because I'm not sure that that's going to look very good. I'm really not sure that that's going to look great. But luckily I've stamped this little guy out a bunch of times, so we can test things out. All right. Do the different styles blend well together? No, they are no. They are totally different colors, unfortunately, but that's only because these new ones have a new color formula. These are the brand new ones. Once you change to the newer ones, then all of them are interchangeable as far as the ink colors go. So there's that. But as of right now, like I couldn't, so I have this DP, well, like these two, for example. These are the same color, but they are not the same color. So this is the original, that is the DP3, and this is the color of the new one. So they are not at all the same. So definitely just be wary of that. Okay, so this is like a dusty purple. And then I was thinking maybe if I used kind of like the reddish sort of brown with it. Maybe. I don't know. We'll color it up and see how it looks. And if it's awful, then we just won't use that color combo. look into them, but no, I need to just sell my original sets that have never been used. Yeah, I kind of would recommend doing that. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't know. It's up to you, I suppose, but I think that would probably be a good plan. So I kind of like the idea of the purple, but I don't know if it's really gonna be a good fit. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. Sometimes just a hint of a color is really nice, but sometimes it just doesn't really translate. Yeah, nope, don't love that. Not the dusty purple. I think if it was a brighter purple, maybe it could have worked. Like the HBs, maybe. HB2. Like you can kind of, those other colors are darker, so okay, bye Amanda. Yes, be safe. Yeah, I don't love that. I don't think I like it. I think I might just stick with browns, to be honest, because then, you know, or if I do, I might, instead of the purple, I might use red, because I think red might translate fairly well. Like one of the dark red colors. Although, honestly, I feel like almost all of these dark red colors are like almost the same color, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't really love them. All right, let's start with this one. This is going to seem like shockingly and inappropriately red, but once I go over it, hopefully it will not look quite so crazy. So I'm going to color the whole thing in with this red. Stick with me. Don't bail on me now. All right, and then these are red browns. So I'm going to go in over top of the red. And this light color is not going to do a whole lot, but you can see that it's adding shading. And then we'll leave that highlight there in the middle for now. Oops. 1 or 2 times a year, throw parties for my kids, teens. Ooh, scavenger hunts. That sounds awesome. I always love stuff like that. It's so much fun. And I just love fall. It makes me so happy. I love all like the festivals, all of it. I love it all. Yep, I think this was a good choice. It's so cute. I love it. Oh, that's okay, Belinda. Oh, I keep opening the wrong end of my marker. Yeah, I think it's coming along nicely. And then I'm just going right over it so that the brightest of the red is gone, but you still get that undertone, which I think is really cool. I don't feel like it's quite doing it justice in the video playback, but oh well. Okay, so let's do the same, I guess, for the side, because that makes sense, right? Makes sense for the side to be the same color, and then I'll leave those bars. Okay, and our dark color. Okay, good. I don't don't have any of the Nuvo ones, actually. All right, so what I'm going to do is just add in some little lines there and like a couple. Just a couple little lines here and there so that it looks more like pages, I guess. I guess I'm going to kind of connect that a little bit. There we go. All right, so it's got some light, some medium, some of the darker color. I'll go ahead and, why do I keep doing that? I keep opening the wrong side. Okay, what's this one too? And then our darkest, which we need less of. You don't need much. Just a couple swipes here and there to make it look like it has pages. Excellent. Thinking, boy, that would make craft bags heavy. A smaller glass mat in left-handed and right-handed modes. Yes, I did. I really would like to get one. I saw apparently he sent one to Daniel, Dell and Artie. Apparently he got one like from Tim Holtz, which is crazy. That's insane to me. But yeah, so that's like dream, right? Okay, so I think I'm gonna cheat for this one, and I'm going to use, if I can find it, I have a gold gel pen somewhere. I don't know where it is right now, though. Oh, there it is. Found it. Not to worry, crafty people. The small glass mat's more than you paid for the big one? What? Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, he's still with Ranger. He designs for like everyone, I feel like. He does a lot for Tonic. I mean, obviously he's still got all the Distress stuff. And they've got new stuff coming out all the time with that. Yeah, I mean, he's got like Stampers Anonymous, he's got Ranger, he's got Tonic, he's got all the things like Ideology and so many things. I have the Make Art Station. Is that what you're talking about? This one? I do have that. Mine's getting a little rubbed off. I think that I think I used something on it that I shouldn't have used, maybe. Yeah, that's the one. It's a Wendy Vecchi Make Art Station. It's magnet. Yeah. Yeah, I do like it. I use it a lot. I like it, especially for ink blending. Oh, from the magnets? Oh. Yeah, mine, I think, is because I used alcohol on it, and then it like, rubs off. I don't know. Okay, so what other colors do we want to use for our spell book? Do we want to just keep them kind of like brown, or do we want to do them... It really is really good for ink blending. Oh, you used a mild cleaning spray. Yeah, I think you're just supposed to use, like, water? I don't know. Someone else had the surface grade wipe off, too. Oh, no. Yeah, I thought it was just my fault because I used, like, alcohol or something on it. I don't know. I never contacted them or anything, so that's on me. All right, so for this one, I think I'm just going to start with browns, see where it takes me. I like the red, though. That's pretty magical. I like that a lot. That red color looks super awesome. It really does look like an old spell book. Not that I know what a real old spell book looks like, but what I imagine a spell book would look like. Oh, you're supposed to use a mat on it. Huh. I didn't know that. I mean, I know they're selling it with a mat now, but I thought that was just for so you could heat emboss. Like, I thought it was just supposed to make heat embossing easier. Is that not the case? Like, I guess designed for Ranger, but I don't know all the things. um, I don't know everything about it. So I like to learn stuff from you guys, because you guys know a lot of things. Thinking of getting one, have a piece of sheet of metal, the edge turned under. Oh yeah. I mean, I really like it. It's really useful. I don't necessarily use the grid very often, to be honest, but I mean, I don't know. It like doesn't really bother me that much because I don't really use the grid. I guess I don't know. Not in a really meaningful way, at least. I mean, I do use it to like make my stuff straight while I'm ink blending, but I don't really think that applies. I love these. They're so cute. And I'm loving the gold on the binding because I feel like that just makes it look more magical. Except my gel pen is given out. Don't give up on me yet. All right, and then I might just do another brown one because I feel like most of them would be brown. What do you guys think? I feel like brown is like standard, and then maybe the red one is fancy. Just used for my ink, blending my distress inks. Haven't noticed it. Use baby wipes. Yeah, I think when I used it, I got alcohol on it, and I don't think that you're supposed to do that. I think it might even say in the directions that you're not supposed to do that. And so I just assumed that was what was happening with mine. But I don't really know. I never really looked too much into it. Okay. We're almost done with this part, you guys. Lord have mercy. So close. All right. I dig it. I think it looks pretty cool. The only thing I don't like about this gel pen is sometimes if you don't hold it like just right, it stops working. And I know that I have plenty of ink in here, but sometimes like the tip gets sort of jammed up or something. Like if I push it too hard, which I mean I try to be really light-handed with this one. But I don't know. Let's see if I can get a little bit more. Okay. Oh, I've been seeing the trailers for that. Okay, so there is our panel from the bottom. I think it's looking pretty cool. See you, Mark. Okay, so we've got all the colors in here except for yellow and maybe probably like the peachy sort of color. I'm trying to think of which colors to try to use for the ink blended background. What do you guys think? You guys let me know, and I'm going to be putting away my markers for a minute. And you guys let me know what you think about colors for the ink blending. So I'm going to use Distress Oxides. So if that means anything based or for like what colors you might pick, then keep that in mind. But I'm definitely going to use Distress Oxides. Blues, lots and lots of blues. All right, so the thing to keep in mind is I want to keep it like similar to the color panel or whatever, or I want to at least include the color panels or the color, oh my gosh, the color palette colors. Yes, so it is the Lawn Fanatics Challenge for right now. So the theme is, it has an inspiration board. It says use this image and color palette for inspiration in your next project. I mean, you don't technically have to use every single color, I guess, but I kind of like to. But I don't know. I'm trying to think what we could do. Light it from the bottles to darker persimmon. So you think like orange? Because we could also, depending, we could do like basically a white right here, so leave it so that the ink blending doesn't come all the way down in here. And then we could do like squeezed lemonade, twisted citron, what else? That would get the yellow in there. And then I think those two would probably count as our orange. Right? You think like fade it out to white, but then do kind of like that acid yellow green sort of thing. Let me grab my colors. All right, so we have squeezed lemonade, twisted citron. I think other than that, I have everything. So it's the orange, the like peachy orange, yellow, green, and turquoise. So I've got the orange for sure. I've got, this would be the yellow, green, turquoise, and then like the peachy color. So for the peachy color, I could use like dried marigold or abandoned coral. Or ripe persimmon, some combination of these. We can start there and see. I could also do a sample panel so that we don't totally mess it up. Why don't I do that? Then I can kind of practice what I'm doing. In which case, I might actually start with picked raspberry with a squeezed lemonade will give you a peachy color. Ooh. I kind of like that. All right. This is dried marigold. Okay, so if I'm thinking about this correctly, I'm gonna do like a test. So, for lack of, I don't really have. Do I have a mat here somewhere? Hold on. Oy. Okay, I haven't been using my my craft mats very often, and I'm like destroying my desk. So, hi Carol. This looks disgusting. I know. I'm sorry. Girl can only do what she can do, right? All right, so here's what I'm thinking. So we would leave the bottom white, right? So it would sort of just like fade out like so, like that. And that would be the twisted citron. And then the squeezed lemonade would come in. And I could do smaller sections because obviously I don't really have quite as much room to work with. Like that. And then dried marigold, which I just threw on the floor, my little ink pad. My foam blending tool. So this will kind of transition us into the orangey sort of family. and that picks in that peachy sort of color, right? That's that. Right persimmon. And I think what I would want to do is do that kind of like circular thing. This looks awful, but the circular thing, you know, like where you kind of do the dome or whatever. And then I would go back over it. Don't worry, it looks really gross right now. But use Lemon Drop from Gina K and her Passionate Pink. Cool. They sound like a good color combo. So the thing that I really like about Distress Oxides is that they are very forgiving in that you can like really blend back over them. And like with a Distress ink, differently, you wouldn't be able to go over a lighter color, I mean a darker color with a lighter color and have it really make any sort of difference. But with these, you totally can. Rose said she got a rotating cassette tape holder in aqua for $1. Wow. That's really cool. Oh wait, did I do yellow for? No. Okay. I was getting confused for a second. So you can see that as I'm going back over this, I'm kind of like curving it a little bit more. And that sort of helps the colors seem, I don't know, in my opinion, more perfectly blended. I don't know. I like the way they look. Yeah, I think these colors work fairly well together. I would have to be careful to not go too crazy because otherwise I'll get too close. But yeah, what do you guys think? Does that work for the Halloween sort of vibe, or is it not Halloween-y enough? You guys let me know what you think. And I actually think I will use this for something else. So I'm going to go ahead and put water on it now so that the next time, whenever I'm ready to use it, it'll be ready to go. Okay. I'm going to get a clean paper towel. And soak it up. Glass bottles that fit into the K-cup holder. That seems cool. I almost got one of those K-cup holder things at one point to hold my embossing powders, and then for some reason I didn't. What if you blended the edges with deep purple to darken the edges but brighten the center? Looks great, but when you're done it might need a little darkness. Yes. What color would you use? Seedless preserves? Like a dark purple? I'd have to be really careful with it not to get like too crazy. I think that's pretty though, but do you think it will work with this? Like with my Halloween vibe? While I'm here, okay, let me try to figure out how to, all right, if I have the 3 books, where are those 3 little bookies? I had, I don't know where I put them. I had those 3 little books that I cut out earlier. Do you guys see them somewhere? They're probably like right around here somewhere, or I've covered them up with my mat or something. I don't know. But I had those books that I had cut out. Oh, there they are. Okay. I was just trying to think. Yeah, purple goes with Halloween. Yeah. Maybe a little black at the top. Oh, might use brown. Okay. So, it's all stamped all over. Okay. So if these are here, it's not exactly the same as what I have there, but I'm just trying to think of like how I can do a book stand, like what that would look like. Because I mean, it doesn't have to be whatever, but I mean, I want it to look like they're actually on something. I don't know. Oh yeah, because I used brown in the books. All right, hold on. Let me. I'm gonna do a quick Google search. Spell book stand. Images. All right, so mostly they're just like a flat plank of some sort. All right, so if I have it there, then if it's kind of like angled, let me do it with pencil first. That way, in case I hate it, I can always try to erase it. All right. But that means I would need to add in something here in black. Okay, and then if it was angled, it would be higher. Not that high. I'm so bad at drawing. Like my perception or whatever that is called, I don't have any. Okay. Like I don't want to overthink it too much, but at the same time, you know, I don't want to have done all of this and then have it look ridiculous. See, because that's going to look bizarre. I don't know, you guys. I don't know how to draw a stand. Any tips? Who's got suggestions? Any drawing experts in here? Been on a roll lately, super domestic, and was able to pick up 12 test dehydrators. Countertop ice. I don't even know what that means. Oh, for the books, Rose. So, like, so that it looks like they're on, because they look really weird. They're just, like, standing up in the middle of nowhere right now. You think you would just leave them? I kind of drew on my stuff down here. 12 tray dehydrator. I don't even know what a dehydrator is for. I mean, obviously to dehydrate things, but... Okay, Anna says she would just leave it. It's like maybe the stand is behind it. Maybe you can't see the stand from the front. I don't know. Oh, making jerky. Okay, well, I'll just start on my ink blending and then we'll go from there. All right, so the first color was green. Yeah? All right, so Twisted Citron. I am going to kind of rub some of it off over here. I'm going to start sort of like right there and go mostly straight across. I'm going to kind of come down on the edges to sort of start that domed thing. But I kind of want it to like fade out into, I don't want it to be completely white, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But I do want it to sort of like fade out so it looks like they're kind of glowing. Yeah. more here. Okay. Praying that I don't mess this up. Good. Well, look at me. What am I doing? My life. Only my life, you know. My little thing here is broken. It's kind of flapping in the breeze. All right, so I'm going to start it a little earlier this time. Instead of only doing it on the way back, I'm going to start the domed area like as I'm putting on the ink. Just saw 3 deer. That's crazy. I already did that color. I'm a hot mess right now, you guys. I can't even keep what number or like what, not numbers. Look at me. I can't even tell you what I'm working on. Here we go. Can't keep my numbers straight, but I'm talking about colors. All right. I feel like I need to put slightly more concentration into this because I am not being super careful, and I should be more careful right now. All right, so this is the ripe persimmon, and boy, is that orange. So once your ink blending tool starts running out of ink, that is the best time to start going over the softer areas that you want, because you'll still get that nice color, but it's not going to be so vibrant and pigmented, so it seems to just work a little bit better. Okay. That was the ripe persimmon, and then now we're going to go in with the abandoned coral. Careful not to touch what you're working on. I'm going to try to use this to sort of hold it still. And this is the abandoned coral. Okay. Cute. A neighbor's cow? Oh my gosh. Lord have mercy. You guys are so funny. All right, I'm going to go back in a little with the lemonade on the side here, because it got a little too, whatever that color was, abandoned coral. All right, there we go. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I feel like the nice bright colors down here really help the sky, or whatever this is, work a little bit better. Okay, so, but you guys think that we should add some sort of darker color to the outside. To gift bag tissue paper? What's the gift bag tissue paper for? For small presents? Love the beakers. Yes! I don't know. I can't decide. I mean, I think I kind of like the idea of the, Oh, that's interesting, Rose. I'll have to try that. I definitely like this one better than this one. I think it looks a lot nicer. It looks much more vibrant. I don't know what one. This one kind of got a little faded looking. Maybe I put too much water on it. I probably could have just skipped the green, to be honest, and just used the yellow, and it would have looked just fine. Probably. Okay, so just for giggles, I do have this here. Yeah, it looks muddy. You're right. I agree with that. Like it doesn't, the green and the yellow didn't blend very well, in my opinion. Okay, so just to kind of see what it would look like, I guess. This is the seedless preserves. And if I ruin this one, that's okay. Won't hurt my feelings any. What do you think? I think that's kind of cool. It almost gives it sort of like that blood moon sort of look, if you know what I mean. I don't really know if that's an accurate description of what I am talking about, but it kind of gives it like, it does give it more of like an eerie feeling, but you have to be careful not to use too much. I think I'll go ahead and add some. I'll try it. No, probably not. I'll probably just keep it like mostly at the top, but yeah, I think just a little bit, like around the edges and stuff, and kind of like where it ends there, I will have it end, if that makes sense. Probably not, because I feel like I'm talking in gibberish right now. But yeah, I think that's good. I think that's enough. Just like around the edges. Yep. It's a little uneven. I don't want to bring in too much, but I kind of want to even it out a little bit. All right, there we go. Yeah. I think I am going to do just like the tiniest little trace on the outside there. Like just the littlest bit, so that it kind of boxes it all in. Yeah. I think that looks great. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Did I ruin it? Do you hate it? I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. Super cool. All right, I am going to go over just this little bit here with a little bit of the squeezed lemonade, because I got a little bit too heavy with the purple there. And hopefully it will... Ooh, like dancing shadows, she said. Fancy. That'll just lighten it up over here a little bit. I'm not trying to like completely get rid of it or anything, but just a little bit. There we go. To kind of help it fade back a little bit. There we go. I am digging this. All right, so now the moment of truth is, do I flick a little bit of water onto it? Do I flick a little bit of water onto it to get the Distress Oxide effect? You guys tell me what you think. Makes it look like the beakers are glowing. Yes! She says no water. Leave it as is. All right, so here's the deal. I will have to wait for this to dry. I can try to heat set it, but I don't think that's really going to work. But basically all I'm going to do is put this little sentiment here, Happy Halloween, at the top in white embossing powder, and that will finish my card. So I'm going to keep it super simple, not doing anything crazy, and that's going to be that. That way the focus will still be on all of this. I could do it in black. What do you guys think? Should we do it in black? That might actually be cute. Because I feel like sometimes the white does get a little lost. But I could definitely put black and that would still look cute. You guys tell me. I think black would be adorable. I like it kind of like midway up, like so. Yeah, I think black would be more Halloween-like too. I think you're right. All right, let's grab the original Misty so that I can put it in sideways. I'm gonna put it right on the 8-inch mark. Yes. That way I can kind of hang it off both sides and I don't have to worry about it being like weird. I don't know. Somewhere around here I do have my creative corner piece, but I don't know exactly where and I don't think I'm going to take the time to find it. So if I don't, oh, there it is. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. I'm just going to use this little creative corner bob here to, see, that's not going to work though, because here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to line it up as best I can and hope that the stamp set is straight. Oh, it's a little off center. Hold on. All that work and then to get the sentiment crooked, that would just be my luck. I can't tell if it's centered, you guys. I'm so bad at telling if stuff is centered. All right, well, we're just going to go with it. And then if it's not quite centered, I can trim off the edge on one side or the other to make it centered. All right, I'm going to use the scrapbook.com black ink. This is a hybrid ink. Great for sentiment stamping. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Hold, please. Is this thing like in the way? I don't know, I can't tell. Something weird's going on. What? What? That is not stamping well. And I do not dare move it because, knowing my luck, it will not be the same. Oh, this is going to be so cute, you guys. I think this is the first time I've ever used this, so that might be why. That might be why it didn't stamp quite right the first time, because I've literally never used this. And also, I think that it might have something to do with stamping over top of the waxy sort of oxide inks. So I might want to try something like StazOn, maybe. I might have better luck, possibly. I'm going to try it and see if I have any better results, because I don't want to risk moving it. Okay, I have StazOn. No, I don't have any amalgam ink. I haven't gotten any yet. I do need to do that. Do you guys find that StazOn has like a weirdly sweet smell? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. I probably could have used also VersaFine Onyx Black maybe, and that would have worked. Yes. Okay, cool. All right. Crisis averted. Working on the MFT color challenge using the painted poppies. Yes. I haven't done the My Favorite Things challenge yet. I've been slacking. But in my defense, I have 2 videos and a blog post. Well, technically 3 blog posts coming tomorrow, because I have one for each of the videos and then one for my Hedgehog Hollow post. So I've got 2 videos. You guys, why do I do that to myself? Ugh. Don't judge me, okay? I don't know why I do that to myself, but I do it kind of frequently. All right, so that's that. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. But yeah, so I have 2 blog posts, 3 blog posts and 2 videos coming tomorrow. So, yeah. Oh, you think you have a life outside of challenges or something? I know, right? I think that this is crooked, you guys. It doesn't help that it kind of like loops up. I think it's a little bit crooked. Like over at this end here, I don't think it was quite straight. But you know, what can you do? Nothing. That's what. You can't do anything. All right, so I think what I want to do is, because I feel like it does need something to connect the, I don't know, I feel like it needs something to connect the, like, bottles to the sky or whatever. And I definitely think it does need a darker shadow around this stuff because it doesn't look like it's sitting on a table. It looks like it's just like floating in midair. And that is not cool. So I'm going to try to add in like a little bit deeper shadows here. And hope that helps. Yeah, I think bubbles from the beaker would be good too. Okay. Well, certainly not perfect, but who cares? I know, I'm the worst because I don't know, I am just really bad at trying to color so you guys can actually see. I do realize now why it looks so weird. It's because this, I didn't stamp these right. I shouldn't have done higher ones, really, because that's why it looks like it's floating off in the middle of the air. The ones in the back should have been higher, and I shouldn't have done them like staggered like that, but I mean, I can't undo it, so it is what it is. Oh well, you live and you learn. Oh my gosh. Hi, Veronica. The table isn't the same on both sides. I tried to fix that earlier, but obviously I didn't do a very good job. Let's see. Yeah. It was even shorter before, so it would have been the worst for you earlier had you been here. We'll add a little bit more. Don't you worry. I don't remember which colors I used, you guys. Hi. Yeah, I so tried earlier, but it didn't, apparently I didn't add enough. Now I think it's like not that, I think I added too much. Oh well. Hold on. Hold on. It would have been super subtle and not overpowering if we had done the sentiment, a clear embossing web at the corner to resist the, oh yeah, that would have been cool. Let's see. Oh, now it's too high on the other side. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh wait, maybe this is just crooked. Yeah, that was just crooked. I think it's mostly okay. Whatever. It'll be all right. But yeah, I don't know what I was thinking with these. They look bizarre. I should have thought about it, but oh well. It is what it is. And here we are. Okay. So I don't know. I'm trying to think like what, because I want to add, it does have some bubbly things, but it's like hearts. And I don't love that. See, it's got like the little hearts, and I don't really think that really super goes with our Halloween theme. So I think I'm not going to do that maybe. I do have, however, hold on, that Loads of Fun set. Hold on 1 second. This little guy, Loads of Fun, it has bubbles. You see these bubbles here? It's got bubbles. So the question is, do I stamp it with water? Or, do you know what I mean? Like, if I stamp it with water, is that going to be enough? Or do I just do it in the same color it's Distress blended in? Does that make sense, what I'm asking? I hope that makes sense. Like, bubbles, dip the pencil eraser in water. So many ideas. All right. What if colorless blender might take some of the color out too? Fair. Okay, hold on. I already did some on, oh yes. Okay. I think that might be subtle enough. Let's see. Oh, yes. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, it's so subtle. I can see it in person. Let me see if I can bring it closer without getting it too blurry. Yeah. There's a little bit of a smudge right there, unfortunately. I think that's cute. And then we'll do like one right there. Yeah, it's hard to see, but I think that's kind of better. For the potion, use alcohol to spray ink and super thin line on one side of a bubble. Alcohol, you say? Oh, like in the potions themselves? All right, I'm going to do one more like this. Maybe like, I think I might just turn it over and do right here. And then I think I'm contemplating if I should try the other bubble in the dried marigold. It's a little bright. The only thing that would be whatever is if I did it up like in the top so that it's more tone on tone. I'm just going to put it on a white base. Okay, I'm not trying to go too crazy, but just at least something to kind of break it up and tie the two together a little bit, I think is good. Yeah. I almost put the wrong color lid back on. And I think it's looking a little bit weird in the playback. Like, it doesn't look quite the same as what it looks like. When I'm looking at it in the playback, it looks a little bizarre. Like, you can only see some of them, and it looks a little weird, but I think it looks pretty cute. Let's see. This is totally unrelated, but I have been binge watching Charmed. I have not watched that. Like, I've seen some episodes, and this is the old Charmed, not the new Charmed that just came out. But I had seen some episodes, like, from way back when it was actually on TV. And I didn't really know anything about it, but I've just started watching it, like, kind of obsessively. And here we are. Now I'm, like, making weird Halloween potion spell books. But I've been binging it on Netflix, so it is what it is. Okay, so I think I do want to add like a little bit of, like I think I'm just going to kind of put a little bit of water here and then use Maybe I can use a, what are those things called that you clean your ears with? Q-tip. A Q-tip. Do I have a Q-tip? I swear I did. At least some point recently. Look, you guys do not even want to see my desk. It is a disaster zone. Yay! I found one. All right. So I'm just going to kind of do like some random dots here and there. Just to, it's not going to show up as much down here at the bottom, but it will, it'll show up more at the top. But I think it'll kind of help it tie together a little bit more, because right now it looks a little bit weird, in my opinion. Like, I just feel like it needs something. Like, I don't feel like it's, there's still water somewhere. I just feel like it needs a little bit, I don't know. And if I tap a little bit of it off, I should be able to do, yeah, some smaller ones so that they kind of overlap each other a little bit so they look more like bubbles. Yeah, super cool. I think that looks cooler when you look at, Heidi, are you talking about, what's it called? Raising Dion? Because I've been watching that too. I feel like we are like the same. We're like watching all the same shows. Yep. I've totally been watching that. God, my hair's like everywhere. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, I think this is cool. I think if I add like just some large and small ones. Yeah, adding those little itty bitty ones helps a lot. So cute. I see what you're saying. Looks great, but could use a link without overthinking. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like it didn't connect. Like they didn't flow very well. I don't know. And this, I feel, I might try to go with something smaller. I'm trying to think of what I could use that would be smaller. I don't know. Because the Q-tip is great, but it gets a little bit big. So I want something that has like tiny little dots. I do have, well, I have toothpicks, but I don't know. Yeah, I have a toothpick. If I can get it out of the dang container. I have toothpicks, but I don't know if it's big enough. I hate that that's a thing. Like, because I don't think it's like showing up at all. Very small watercolor brush. I also do have those like stylus things. Hold on. These little things. But again, don't know. That might work. It's just hard to pick up enough water. Clean the cotton off the Q-tip. What, and like use the base thing? Like the stick? Is that what you mean? All right. There's a couple like still wet spots. Like, I don't need it to be, I kind of wanted it to just look sort of like bokeh. God, you guys, I can never say that. Is it bokeh? 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 Whatever that word is. I don't know what the word is. B-O-K-E-H. I always say, I want to say boca, but that means mouth in Spanish. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I think that's as far as I'm going to go right now, because I think if I keep messing with it, I'm going to mess it up. The only other thing, I mean, I could definitely use the splatter thingy, because that gives, like, not, I don't know, I'll try it. It's not even, like, wet. Oh, it's because I cleaned it off. I forgot. It gives smaller things. I hope that makes sense. The little splatter marks are smaller. I think after this I can't do anything else because otherwise it's going to look ridiculous. I just wanted it to look spooky. Did I ruin it? I probably ruined it. Don't hate me, you guys. Okay, well anyway. Alright, the only thing else that I want to do, and I'm worried that it might be, I hope it's not wet. Ugh, I'm nervous. Okay, I am going to trim it down a little bit. Can you believe it? Okay. Lord have mercy. I think this will actually help. Yeah, hold on one second. I think this, I know this seems like blasphemy to do this, but I actually find that doing this helps make it seem less weird. Because when you chop off the edges, for whatever reason, it looks so much more natural. And it doesn't look super weird and bizarre anymore. I don't know why that is, but it just helps, like some with the perspective and I don't know. Anyway, I think it looks a lot better when you just chop off the edges. Yeah, I think that's good. Cute. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I can see like faint yellow bubbles coming up out of the bottom. And then there's kind of like a couple here, but you can, in person, you can see them. It looks like really saturated right there. It's not super cute, but let's go ahead and put it on a card base just so you can see what it's going to look like. Because I think that that really helps kind of seal the deal. Yes. I think that's super cute. I think that adding the seedless preserves was perfect. That was like the perfect touch. Yay! Yeah, I really like it. I think it's super cute. I mean, the books are a little weird, but whatever. Hopefully no one's looking that deep into my greeting card. Yay, we did it! It only took 2 hours and I don't even know how long, but here we are. Okay, cool. So I will, let's see, Wednesday. Wednesday is what? Tomorrow? Okay, the 15th, the 16th. All right, so Wednesday, maybe we'll do another challenge, or I might even do some gel plate printing, because I've been wanting to do that again, especially since I got all those new Dina Wakley paints, and I haven't gotten to use them yet. So I think I'm going to do that on Wednesday. Yay! I love you guys. You guys are so encouraging and fun to hang out with. I'm just so thankful for all of you. I love you. Okay, cool. So I am going to let you guys go. I will see you back here on my channel tomorrow, but for recorded videos, because I have 2 videos coming for you tomorrow. I have one from, well, they're both hops. So both of the cards I have are from a hop. One of them is for stencils, so it's like a stencil holiday themed hop, and then the other one is a hop for fall colors, but not Halloween. So those will be live at 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. And then I also have a card going live on the Hedgehog Hollow blog tomorrow, which is this one. So I made a Christmas card. So that will be on the Hedgehog Hollow blog. I don't have a video for it, but I do have a post if you guys care to check it out. All right, I will talk to you guys on Wednesday. I love you all to pieces. Mwah. If you guys are watching in the replay, definitely subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. That definitely helps me with engagement. Drop a comment down below because that helps YouTube know that you guys like my live videos too. So all the engagement really helps. And for those of you who weren't here at the beginning, I shared that I am trying to hit a goal of reaching 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you guys feel so inclined and you would like to share my channel with your friends or any Facebook groups that you might be in, I would greatly appreciate it. And I will, of course, be doing a giveaway once I get to 4,000. Currently, as of the time I started this video, I was at 3,333. So it's kind of a tall order, but I'm hoping maybe I can get there. So that's that. All right, I love you guys to pieces. I will see you on Wednesday. Bye. Mwah.